So on that point, let's bring in Robbie Katter now. Robbie, good to see you. So since we spoke on Tuesday, there's been a very interesting poll that's emerged, as we've been reporting, not just the LNP that's getting the attention in Townsville, it's your party that might well pick up 2 seats. Are you that confident?
Oh, look, I'm never overly confident, mate. I'm always hopeful, but prepare for the worst. But I think we've got every right to expect a good result, and what that means, I'm not too sure. You said earlier, being born and bred in that region, I was born and bred 20 years in that region as well, in that Townsville district. Played all my junior rugby league there, so I know a fair few people there too. And we've done a lot of work there, Pete, for a long time. So it wouldn't surprise me if we get up, but we have no expectations at this point.
Okay, so David Crisafulli, though, he's clearly worried about you or the threat from your party, because if he doesn't get those seats, he's got to find them somewhere else, which, as you know, is difficult. Now, he said this about your party yesterday during my interview, so let's just play this and remind our viewers.
It shows how close the election's going to be, and really it's firming between 2 options. It's either a majority LNP government and the stronger youth crime laws and a fix to the health system and dealing with issues like housing, or it's a minority Labor government propped up by the extreme Greens in Brizzy and the chaotic Katters in regional Queensland. And that's a recipe for chaos.
Ouch! The chaos of the Katters. What are your thoughts on that, Robbie?
Well, for someone that's chaotic, he seems to like copying our homework a fair bit. Sometimes I close my eyes, I think I'm listening to some of the wording and their policy. So, they can call us whatever they want. Look, we were trying to give a message in the last couple of weeks of we need industry-enabling infrastructure to put Queensland back on track. Not more tunnels in Brisbane, but stuff that creates more industry and wealth for the whole state. We're talking about crime, castle law, parental rights, things that are gritty policy that's really going to attack crime, and bush sentencing, which they've adopted, which is one of our pillar things that they've just adopted in late election. And the best they come up with is this. That was their big pitch to voters, is putting a meme of Titanic and me and the Premier. Like, if politics is just about, they're siding with them, it's a competition of ideas, Pete. And we're trying to push forward policy that suits North Queensland. And the best he can come up with is, we don't want chaos. Mate, you're going to have to come up with a better line than that, the Queenslanders, because they're expecting more from a government in waiting. And you're going to have to be a lot more mature than that. If people want answers, they don't want just criticising other sides and creating this image of the future. It's just get in there, do your job, let's follow good policy. That's what we're interested in talking about. And I think that's perhaps why people are gravitating towards us. We don't want to, play around in the gutter with all these funny, silly little tactics they're playing, these political games. That's for Brisbane. North Queensland wants truth, real talk and real policy. That's what we deal in. And hopefully that gets us across the line, because they don't deserve it as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Just hold that up for us again, Robbie. I didn't quite catch it. Just hold it for a little bit longer.
Not a bad shot of me, mate.
So it's a fly. Okay.
It's a meme they did of me in the Premier.
I don't mind that.
And, it's good to laugh at. But, I mean, quite seriously, we're in an election campaign, and that's what you're giving people. Like, it's just... I couldn't help but just feel sorry for them. So, that's the best they could come up.
So David Crisafulli is claiming that you've done a deal with Labor. Is that true?
Mate, that's just an outright lie. And, lying is the refuge for the intellectually bankrupt. You don't come up with that stuff unless you've got nothing left. You start going in the gutter. And, probably don't want to talk about it too much more than that, but it's just a silly thing saying we did a deal with anyone is just a ridiculous thing. We do a deal after the election.
Well, that
can deliver for North Queensland.
Well, my next point was going to be, in the event of a minority government, if it's in favour of David Crisafulli, might he have to do deals with you? Would there be deals done that way? Of
course he would. And if he's born and bred in North Queensland, he should easily align with the things that we want. And, we would be forcing them typically on bush sentencing, which they've adopted anyway, castle law, which they should be after anyway, returning of parental rights to help tidy up discipline in the homes. They should be all on board for that. And industry-enabling infrastructure that helps grow the wealth of the state. They should be backing us from the start. I mean, unparliamentary or not, they should be listening to this stuff. So it shouldn't be a hard thing for them. They just want everything their way, and they don't want to lose control where they can just suck everything down to Brisbane. and operate everything from Brisbane. They're just scared of having too strong a voice in the north, and that upsets their apple cart, and if they're scared of that, so they should be, because we need some strong voice here in the north, and we're offering a voice for the north.
All right, and making some waves too. It's Robbie Katter, Katter's Australia Party, which, according to the polls, might well be doing some damage in North Queensland by picking up 2 seats. 2 seats that the LNP had certainly wanted. Robbie, appreciate your time as always this morning. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.